These are the plaintiffs, Christy Oliver and Wesley Moncada. Christy says she and her boyfriend rented a house from the creepy defendant, who showed up unannounced, also sent people to go through her garbage. He peeped in through the window and made her son cry because he got freaked out, and she decided then and there they needed to get out. Now he's mad at them. He's unfairly keeping part of their security deposit, and they're suing him here and now for the $1,585 they're owed. This is the defendant, Tony. He says the plaintiffs lied to him about the size of their dog, and they also moved her father into the house without telling him. Less than a year later, they moved out. He did a walkthrough, made notations of all the damages they caused, and returned a portion of their security deposit. They have no case against him today. He's got the proof, and he'll walk out the winner. He's accused of being way too nosy.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiffs rented a place from the defendant. The guy was such a creep, he went through their garbage. But the defendant says the plaintiffs were liars, lied about the size of their dog, among other things. It's the case of garbage in, tenants out.
Thank you, Douglas. Christy Oliver?
Yes, hi.
It's sunshine. Christy Oliver and Wesley Moncada. Okay, you're suing Tony. You've asked to be referred to only by your first name. You're a former landlord for the remainder of a security deposit that he did not return in the amount of $1,585. Tell me what's going on.
So we moved to this house. When we gave him our security deposit, the only receipt he gave us was handwritten. He never gave us anything for the bank.
Well, none of this is really in dispute. Let's talk about, so you lived there how long?
6 months.
All right, and then what kind of lease did you have?
A month to month.
Okay, so you gave him appropriate notice. That's not a question here whether she gave you appropriate notice, is it?
Yeah, she did give me appropriate notice.
Okay,
yes.
so you decide in January, you give him a letter that you're moving on March 1st?
Yes.
Okay, and then what happens?
So on March 1st, he did come and we did do the walkthrough, and he said he was going to take care of everything. He was.
Were you there?
I wasn't there at the time.
Okay, you were
He was
there.
there.
I was there.
All right, did he complain about anything during the walkthrough?
Yeah, he did.
What did he complain about?
Said that there were a lot of holes in the wall,
Uh-huh.
and he complained about the floor being like scratched and stuff.
Okay, and was the floor scratched?
Slightly, yeah.
All right, well, let me see the pictures of why did you keep such a big portion of their money?
The hardwood floor, they were, you could see, I have a picture, the marks of the pots that they had, flower pots.
Okay.
They were on the floor, and they made a mark.
Okay, may I see
quite
that?
A few of those. Yeah, sure. You want to see all of them?
Yeah,
or just
let's
a
do that.
particular?
Why don't you come with all of the pictures right here?
Oh, then I can explain it to you more.
Yeah, that would be better. All right, so these are the wood floors, and obviously there were some
Exactly.
pots or something there.
Exactly.
And that left a stain. Was that able to be cleaned up or no?
Well, they had to, we had to sand it down the whole.
They had to
the
sand
whole
it down?
thing. Yeah.
Did that occur? Did you sand it down, or did somebody sand it down?
Yes, we had a bill. I have a bills for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
And
this
then-
was the garbage that were left by the street, and the paint that they painted the walls, it was on the street. So
Okay,
we
hold
ended
on
up
one
paying
second.
that.
I'm sorry. This is the garbage they left by the street. It's
By the
one
street,
chair.
And this is the paint that they paint the bathroom with.
And
they
what,
put
it
the
spilled, or
It
the-
spilled. In other words, they put it by the garbage can. The garbage can wouldn't take it, so I ended up taking it.
Right, but
And
who
they
spilled
well, when they put it by the street, evidently the cans it flipped over, I guess.
Somebody's
and
had to
it
spill. The can doesn't flip over on its own. Jeez. So that had to be cleaned up. Okay.
This is the walls. That's just the
What is
paint,
this a picture
the
of?
picture of the bathroom that they painted. They're not supposed to paint. The lease says no painting.
She says you gave her permission to
No,
paint
I
it.
didn't give her no permission to
She
paint.
says that there was a mold problem. What is
No,
your
no.
testimony on this? That there was a serious mold problem in the
Yes.
bathroom?
Yes, I have pictures before.
And you
after.
kept asking him to do something, and he
wouldn't do it. He said
So-
I can do it, verbal agreement. Yes, he
Okay,
did.
so that's never a good idea. If you're going to paint or change in any way a place you don't own, you cannot. Your lease will say it that you have to get it in writing, so that this doesn't happen.
Right.
You can't just take it upon yourself to do it, and oh, it was verbal. Then we have a contest. That's what we call a trial. We have names for people like you who do that. We call them plaintiffs. You see what I mean? So
these are the
you did this because they had wallpaper and it was moldy.
Yes, there was black mold
Do
everywhere.
you don't have a text or anything to show that he permitted it?
I don't. I don't have a text. I do have pictures before and after. I have
Yeah,
pictures
I
of the
know,
mold,
I know.
but that's it.
Yeah, give me, be looking for those. Go ahead.
Okay.
What are these?
These are just the walls, you know, the nail holes and stuff on the wall, which is not a big deal though.
No, nail holes on a wall aren't that big a deal. Well, this is all scratched up. What happened there with this wall? This is probably when you're moving out?
Probably like moving the beds into the
Yeah.
bedroom.
And these are the pictures of the bathroom. And
Boy, who painted the bathroom?
We painted the bathroom.
Okay, we don't know how to paint. Show them that. Go
And
ahead.
this one, it shows the hardwood, the molding, that it's stained, just like here. It was half painted. and
Half painted. What happened here? Yeah, bring that over to them
That's
too. Because somebody has to tend to that now. It's like you started to paint the molding and then said, forget about it. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, go ahead and go back. And then show me how you come up with 1,585.
Okay, this is the letter that we sent to her certified.
Did you see the complaints that he has about your paint job? Like you got paint on the molding, you didn't clean it up, then you started to paint the door molding and kind of said, and left it. And yeah, it was nice stained molding, and now it's half white, or what was going on there?
I didn't do that. I did paint the bathroom, and I have the pictures from when we painted before and after.
Are you saying that you never put the, who put the white there?
They did.
They did, or your guy
Definitely-
started to paint?
No, that was, you know.
Yeah, because these pictures are taken when he's still angry and hasn't hired people yet, so that doesn't make any sense. And plus, you did a terrible paint job. There's paint everywhere.
Well, that's actually from the paint coming back through. Like I said,
No. There's green paint on white walls and on white ceilings and on brown tile.
Yeah, that's the mold coming back
No,
through
baby, the
ceiling.
mold is not aqua green. I know
Oh, no,
mold.
no. Yeah, the paint.
That's
yeah,
just
okay.
a bad paint job that has to be redone.
Yeah, right.
So in other words, I can't look at him and say, well, that was a moldy. Oh, show me the before
Yeah.
pictures you were going to show me.
Yeah, you're right
Yep.
about that. I'm
Right,
sorry,
you
I
got me.
misunderstood.
Okay.
Listen.
Ugh.
Yeah, we moved into that
But why would you move into that? I would never move into that.
because he said he was going to take care of it.
When was that
and-
picture taken?
Well, clearly when they had access to it, so it's after they moved in.
So after they moved in, because when they moved in, nobody mentioned anything. I have a move-in condition a form that the bathroom, she never mentioned anything about the mold
Did
or
she
anything.
ever,
There
during
wasn't
the
no
time
mold.
she lived there, talk to you about mold?
No. She
Never.
never did. Never. Before, like I said, before she moved
Okay, show 'em
in,
the picture.
she signed this form here that says that
Everything is just hunky-dory.
Exactly.
Did you sign that? That says everything is just splendid? If
Yes,
it's a
I
moldy
did.
bathroom, why would you do that? Why would you?
It says things as far as the paper that I signed. It said things as far as the doors were okay, and I mean, it didn't say anything in regards
Why
to.
wouldn't you just write in there, there's mold in the bathroom, and you say you're going to take care of it?
Well,
that
that
would be a
was-
good thing to do.
Yeah.
In the future. Let's talk about the window. According to you, he was like totally vigilant
Yes, very.
in a way that was
very,
creepy.
Very.
Explain it.
He would just come up unannounced all the time. I had a encounter where he was looking through the windows, and my son was in the living room, and he came running to me, like crying, "There's a man in the window." And I was in my bedroom doing the laundry, and I went out there, and it was him, and there was another man too, and he was going through the garbage, and they said that they were there to check up on the police. And
Now,
I
can I
asked why
ans-
they're
go ahead.
going through the garbage. There was a man going through the garbage.
So you send in your letter, your father also lived in the home with you. You failed to pay the required $150 a month in rent. We decided not to enforce these penalties, provided you take responsibility for the actual damages you've done to the home. Remove garbage from both the front of the home and behind the garage. Clean spilled paint. You charge $195 for your own time, or did you pay somebody?
I paid for somebody.
Who
Those
did
are
you
the bill-
pay?
I have the bills from, did I give it to you?
Hank's Handyman Services?
Yes,
Can
pointed
I
out
see
to
the
him.
lease, please?
Sure.
Did you see the pictures of, I guess, water soaking through when you're watering your potted plants and the stain on the bottom?
I don't have potted plants, actually. I never did. I did outside, but I never did
What are
inside.
those stains that are on your wood floors?
Those were there when we moved in.
Are you saying that that's how you got the floors with a pot stain? Because he's going to deny that that's true, and then he's going to point to me to the lease where, show me what clause she says it's in good condition.
It's on that move-in, move-out condition.
Is there room for the tenant to list what's not in good condition?
Yes.
You know, under floor, you just checked everything? You checked
I
everything?
didn't check anything.
Is this your signature?
So would you move into a place that was a mess if the landlord promised to fix it after you moved in?
You want to check the status of the place before you move in. If you move in, it's a dump, then it's too late.
Would you trust the landlord? Say no.
No.
Good job. Good job going inside the courtroom.
I signed it, but there was no check.
Why would you sign something that's a move-in, move-out checklist that says prior to moving in, the tenant is required to inspect the apartment with an apartment complex employee and note any discrepancies in the condition of the apartment. The same procedure will be followed when the tenant moves out. And then you put a check if it's satisfactory, an NA if it's not applicable, an NC if it needs cleaning, an NR if it needs repair. This is what this document says. Why would you sign it without you actually reading and doing the work of noting what needs repair? And if the floors are, in other words, I don't know if you're just naive or...
That is my signature.
Right, so then don't check stuff without knowing what you're doing, because it's essentially saying that everything is in perfect condition. It's in good condition. It doesn't need repair. The floors I'm looking at need repair. What's your testimony, that this is the way the floors were handed to you?
Yeah, well...
Do you have pictures of how you handed them the floors?
No, I don't know.
Why are you charging $225 to repair nail holes? Oh,
Well,
and paint hallway, bedroom, and dining room. Yeah, there was some painting that was required. We installed bathroom closet door. Do you have a picture of the closet door?
No, I pointed out to Wesley when we
Did
did
he point out the
walkthrough.
closet door off the hinges?
Yeah, he did.
And repaint bathroom with primer and, because he just popped that back in, but also had to repaint the bathroom with primer and top coat. All right. Now, you folks are of the position that nail holes are wear and tear?
Well, I never used nail holes.
Nails.
I mean, I never
Did
used
you hang
any
stuff up?
nails. We lived there for 6 months. We didn't even live there for a long
You didn't
time.
hang, is that a
I
yes
did,
or a
but
no to my question?
I did hang things, but
Yeah.
I used thumbtacks. I never used any large pictures. And I mean, like I said, I have pictures of every single room before we left. And
Let me see your pictures. Well, you certainly left the place very clean.
yeah, I have a bill from cleaning the place as well.
That's all right. I don't need to see it. Look, you left the place impeccable. It's not about that. It's certainly the inside of it. He says that you left some garbage and that cost him money to remove. He had to pay somebody to remove it. He says that, you weren't supposed to change the bathroom. You say he gave me verbal permission. Your lease doesn't allow you to change anything. Item 12 actually says, any painting is strictly prohibited. It's worse than others say you just got to get my permission. This one says it's strictly prohibited. If you paint any room of the apartment without permission, you will be charged a $500 penalty, and you signed this lease and agreed to it. Mm-hmm. And that's what he's charging.
Right.
So, it's hard for me to say other people have to abide by contracts, but you guys don't. The nail holes are a minor issue because really it's $225 to repair the nail holes, plus paint the hallway, bedroom, and dining room, which is really kind of cheap. There are scratches from the move out. There's the spillage of the paint, which required some time to take out because you can't leave paint cans on the street because a car is going to tip it over, and then we're going to have the problem that we had. And there's the floors. Typically, when a landlord doesn't have before pictures, I look at him and I say, you're out of gas. But I can't say that to him because he has a move-out sheet that you signed saying nothing needs repair. So based on what I have heard, I'm going to rule with the defendant in this case, and it's 0 on your lawsuit against him. Good luck, folks.
Well, the defendant convinces the judge that he is right in withholding that security deposit portion of it back. How do you guys feel about that? The judge really thought you did a good job cleaning up, but not enough.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think he was just a terrible landlord.
Well, he may have been, but there were problems
Yeah.
there. And you learned something about signing a contract, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, you should
A
read
lesson
things.
learned.
A lesson learned. Look, I have to ask you something. Everybody's looking at you close nationwide. You've got something written across your chest.
Oh, yes.
And what is it? I know they're all wondering, what on earth is that?
For every dark night, there's always a brighter day.
Well, that's a beautiful saying.
Thank you.
There, now we can actually see it. And why did you put that there?
My cousins passed away, and I just like to keep it for a reminder to stay positive.
For every dark night, there's a
Always a brighter day.
Always a brighter day. Well, that's a good saying.
Thank
Lorraine.
you.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Thanks.
folks, sorry you lost. Here comes Tony now, the defendant. Well, you prevailed. You okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
I mean, they seem like very lovely people to have in
well,
here.
you know, sometimes you can tell by the color of the skin.
Did you sneak
right?
around looking in the windows?
No.
Did you go through their garbage?
No, one time I was going to explain to the judge that I had an insurance company that come by. They wanted to go inside. That was the only time we went there, and that must have been the day that she's talking about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, look, if you make any improvements in an apartment, make sure you get it in writing before you do it.